Hello there, this is DemonStarCraft, bringing you another shoutcast. Today's game will be between Andro, the Protoss in the west position, and FunkMunk, the Protoss in the south position. Andro the red Protoss, and FunkMunk being the orange Protoss. FunkMunk is in the south position, and I will from now on call him Monk, because I don't feel like trying to say that. Since I'm trying to keep this as PG as possible, because my children like to watch these commentaries, and I would also like to let other people's children, if they should so desire to, watch a commentary. We do have a pylon going down for Monk, as well as Andro, almost at the same time. Let's bring up our production tab so we can just keep tabs on what's going on up there. My coughing seems to be coming down to a minimum now, so hopefully today's cast won't be interrupted. I don't want to jinx myself, so I knock on my solid plywood desk. Although it will be slightly interrupted by a burp. It is coming. I know it is coming. I just don't know when. Thought it was just then, but then it just decided to recede. Continuing the Chrono Boost probes here. And so this is a very early game, so I'm going to try out my new thing here, which is just speed it up a tick. So I will bring it up to 2 times speed. This will also help me from having to chop up videos as little as possible, because I know people don't like chopped up videos. This can be rather annoying. We do have pylons going down, and cybernetics cores will be getting thrown down in just a second, I'm sure. Yep, one for FunkMunk, aka Monk, and Andro's getting his down right now. So we'll slow it down a tick here as soon as the scouts get into their respective bases. Andro is coming in now, and Monk is getting into this base up here in just a very skinny second. There it is. So we do have the Zealot is out and chasing the probe. Second gas going down for Andro, as well as another pylon. We do have a Gateway Cybernetics Core and second pylon for Monk, as well as the second gas too. So we are seeing a mirror build at the moment. I'm sure it will diverge shortly. Andro throwing down another gateway, while Monk is throwing down a robotics facility right here, not up here. This is a pylon. This is a robotics facility. But yes, I like I said, keeping coughing down to a minimum, so I'm pretty happy about that. They're both researching warp gate technology, and Monk is getting his first Century out shortly. I know how much everybody loves PvP on the internet. Check out our income tab. They are dead even on harvesters. Almost dead even, 1 off, but nonetheless, darn close enough. Both continuing to Chrono Boost. Monk continue Chrono Boost his warp gate technology. Will Andro do the same? No, he probably just Chrono Boosted something else and we missed it. Oh well. No biggie. Probably his gateway would be my thoughts. We also do have a robotics facility out for Andro. Check out the production tab again. Keep that up so people can see what's going on. Do have an Immortal coming out shortly for Monk, and he is getting another pylon and a Stargate. So we'll see some Void Ray play, I presume. Unless he goes for carriers or motherships like we saw in the last game between Gemini and Andro. Robotics Bay, another gateway going down for Andro. The Observer has just moved into Monk's base. Andro will get to see all of what is going on. Did Monk ever build an Observer? I don't see any orange dots over in Andro's base, so it does not appear that way. We can just check out our units tab. And no, Monk does not have an observer on the field. This may prove pivotal. Uh-oh, spoiler alert. Yes, I did watch this game live. We do have Phoenixes out for Monk, and they are rallied to back behind the base, and then they get instantly turned around and pulled back. So maybe he needs to adjust that rally like he just did. It apparently probably gave it away for Andro that there are Phoenix on the field, and yes, there are 5 Stalkers sitting right here, ready to take on any. There they are, and there they go. Will they be able to take out a Phoenix? Nope, couple pot shots, but nothing too damaging. Looks like he will probably leave those there. Andro continuing to expand his macro game. Let's check out our income tab here. Monk's still up by 1 harvester, and they're staying pretty on task with each other. And Monk getting his expansion. So we are seeing a pretty mirror build here, except for the Stargate tech. One's going Stargate, the other one going Colossi. Or Colossus. Wait, you know what? He is not going Colossus, because he threw down that robotics bay. Everybody saw it, I saw it too, and it is not there, so he must have cancelled it. What do we got going down here? Photon cannons. We do have some protection from these annoying Phoenix, and those Stalkers will chill out right there and just drive away any Phoenix that come by. And these photon cannons will continue to push them back. Will he take out any? Oh, so close. That one in the lead's got 20 health left. We do have a couple of mortals, several zealots, and a Stalker and Sentry for Monk's army, as well as his Phoenix, of course. And mostly Stalkers, with some with a few zealots here for Andro. So it looks like we do have Monk pushing out. He is putting a proxy pylon down by the Zalnaga watchtower, so that way he can warp in reinforcements at his whim or leisure, whichever you like to say. We do have the observer moving back over here, so he probably saw the push out. Will he be preparing for it? He does have 4 photon cannons, 5 if you count the one by the mineral line, but 3 that are going to be pivotal right here. If he can let him push up to this area, if he can get him into this range, then the photon cannons can really help turn the tide of this battle. So he doesn't want to push out too far and leave himself too exposed by not having his back covered. Here they come. The engagement started, and Monk kind of dancing back and forth and does decide to pull back with those photon cannons, softening up the front side of that army. Continuing to move around. It looks like he may take those Phoenix in for another harass to draw the Stalkers away from the front, because they are all clumped up. We do have several I'm sorry, my ear itched. That's just very annoying when you got headphones on. The Phoenix do come in here and they begin to pick off probes, but the good lord, I cannot talk today. They do pick up more probes than they can kill, and so he does lose 1 Phoenix to a photon cannon. Second photon cannon warps in and begins working on the Phoenix. So they are getting rather low on health. Yes, they are. One of them's in the red, that same one with 20 health, so we got a new one that was killed there. Continuing to warp in reinforcements here for Monk. Andro got his pretty well comprised army here with zealots and sentries, and he's going to start throwing down some force fields, continuing to keep those immortals in the back so he can work on the Stalkers, microing the zealots as best he can with his ranged force here. The Phoenix continuing to pick up Stalkers and killing them at their leisure. The force field's finally giving up. The immortals are starting to push in, and it looks like this could be a rather one-sided battle with those 4 immortals. So Andro does pull back, but he does warp in several more Stalkers, and they're going to go to work on what they can. But then they turn around and go back, and they both retreat. Probably a good move from both. Give them a chance to warp in some more units. We do now have 7 warp gates for Andro, as well as his 1 robotics facility. So he is going to be warping in mass Stalkers as fast as he can. And Monk here has not reinforced his army yet, so this will probably turn the tide of that battle. These Stalkers with the sentries are going to try and block out those immortals. The Phoenix continue to pick up Stalkers, and you can see them rolling, looking like gerbils in the ball trying to get out. But the immortals are going to go down to this mass sentry Stalker army. The Phoenix have run out of energy, so they cannot pick up any more Stalkers. And so Monk does decide to pull back, and Andro will begin to take out those proxy pylons, both of them, since Monk put in 2. And then they will walk up to the high min and begin to knock those out. We do have a couple photon cannons and a pylon here already at the high minerals in anticipation of his eventual taking of the high minerals. Going to turn down the volume in my headphones a little bit because I feel as though I'm yelling in the microphone, and I don't need to be yelling in my house. More pylons going down, warp gates, more warp gates coming in for Monk. Continuing, ooh, Monk does have a robotics bay, and he is getting Colossi. There it is. He is also almost done researching the extended thermal lance, so we will check out our production tab, and he is continuing to make more zealots. Andro here researching Blink, as well as he's finished researching. Nope, he just started. Sorry. Wrong building. Ha! Just started researching Blink, and he has also just finished weapons upgrade level 1. So we have 1 attack, 0 armor stalkers versus a 0-0. So Andro might be able to help. This might turn the battle in Andro's favor, but these two Colossi are going to cause quite a mess for Andro, especially since they definitely do a lot of damage to those stalkers. But they are considered armored. The ones that really get eaten up are the zealots. They are the ones that are definitely in range. The Phoenix continue to pick up the stalkers, doing what they can to at least keep them out of the battle. Some people argue that, you know, if you have 8 stalkers, or 8 Phoenix, and you're going up against an army, you shouldn't use every one of them to pick up, you know, a unit. But I contend that it's a lot like the Phoenix, where you take them out of the battle, and then you already give your ground force more of an advantage because there's less enemy, and they will drop them after you focus down some other ones. Monk here continuing to push forward and does move into Andro's high mineral, and he will take down that high mineral expansion. And so now he's turning around 3 Colossus now in the mix with several stalkers, lots of stalkers, and a immortal with 2 zealots. What is Andro going to do to respond to this? Have we seen any new technology go down? Not yet. Continuing to warp in more stalkers. His income is very low, so he's keeping all of this spent, though. All of his money spent. The Phoenix continuing to lift up those stalkers. And these stalkers pouncing away at those Phoenix, but the Colossi will move in and begin to shoot at those stalkers. Lots of stalker action here. Stalker on stalker action. The photon cannon's getting taken down by the stalkers and Colossi. The Colossi can start to eat away at the probe line, and they are going to, looks like this expansion will fall as well. Let's see what's going on down here now. We do have a Dark Templar, a Dark Shrine in, and we do have a counterattack here for Andro. He has just moved into the main of FunkMunk, trying to draw away any attention from his main base, but he is pushed away by the probes and stalkers that Monk did warp in. So he will back away. There is proxy pylons here, and way over here. I don't know why it's there. The Andro's expansion does go down, but he does have Dark Templars on the field, and they're going to start eating away those stalkers. The stalkers down here did come in and take out the robotics facility, so Monk has no detection at the moment. He's warping in 2 robotics facilities, and the stalkers are going to try and come back up here and do what they can, but they're going to just concentrate on taking out probes. And are they going to blink away? Yes, they are. They're going to run away. These Dark Templars are definitely the heroes of this battle. Let's see, we got 5 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills, 3 kills, and 3 kills. So they took out that attacking army from Monk, and Andro is throwing down his natural again. Andro blinking up to the high ground, using the observer to spot for him, and he's causing quite a harassment, trying to focus down those robotic facilities as best he can. But we do have the Dark Templars are moving in, and no detection is had yet. Will Monk probably should have stopped at that ramp there to just... Oh, he couldn't. The stalkers did blink up, and they do take down the robotics facility that could have warped in an observer. The second robotics facility is beginning its production of an observer, but these 2 Dark Templars are beginning to chop it down, and they will kill it before that observer comes out. What is Monk going to do about this? He did have a forge. 2 more Dark Templars took that out, and so he is also trying to build another robotics facility, but it looks like there's nothing Monk can do. I think this is the game. Andro pulls it back from the brink of loss to a win, or if you want to put it badly for Monk, Monk grabs defeat from the jaws of victory by not having detection. So what is the lesson learned here, kids? You know, if you think you're ahead, always keep teching up, and it's probably a good idea to keep, if you have a robotics facility, build at least 1 observer to have around the base. So I know Day 9 says, you know, never do it just because it happened to a professional or anything like that, but, you know, having an observer or some sort of detection is never bad to just keep around your base, whether it be a cannon or whatnot. So, I think that was a pretty good game between FunkMunk and Andro. Those guys both are part of the Requiem esports team, so they are some pro gamers, both high diamond level. So oh, there it comes. So, I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.